So, okay. You get to Guadalcanal, and you were on the...
We trained out at Guadalcanal, and
How long were
let's see,
you...
we were there August, September, October, November, December. Because Easter Sunday, April 1st, was the day we landed on Okinawa. So all that other time was all training. And then we spent a month aboard ship practicing landings.
Wow.
You know, coming down, going down the net, to the other sea, land in the islands, back and forth. We all practiced. And then we're going off, heading up now. We knew this was serious now. We're getting ready. We broke camp up. There was nothing left of the place.
Is it...
All the,
Oh, sorry, side
no,
question.
no.
When you were on Guadalcanal, is that when they finally said, okay, Ralph Cirillo, you're going to be a rifleman?
Oh yeah, I was already. I was on a fire team. I was the fire team leader on my group. You know?
And you carried...
M1
Okay.
and a BAR. Sometimes I carried a both. Which is a Browning automatic, which is a semi-automatic, fires 20 shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 3 other guys with me. And then of course they taught me about demolitions a little bit. So I had a 20-pound pack of, well, it wasn't dynamite, it was Tetratol, which is more powerful than dynamite. And you put the cap in it, pull that out, 20 seconds you better be like all gone. And that's what I was blowing caves. You could both throw it in and move. And half the mountain, half the hill would go up sometimes.
So,
Yeah.
so that, and a lot of your training was just maneuvers, and then can you just talk about the practice landings a little bit?
Oh yeah,
It
well,
must have been tough going down the
that's what
net.
you had all the equipment on you. You
Yeah.
had the pack, you had a rifle and the whole bit, and your guy stepping on your hands if you're not getting out of the way. And once in a while, one guy would fall into the boat, and they'd crush his back, is killing him or something like that. So,
Did anyone ever fall into the water?
not my crew, but the other guys, yes, they have fought. They did fall in the water. If they bounced, they hit the. But they got them right away because fortunately the people who were aboard the ship were a little weak. But it was a lot of practice, and we almost were very efficient by the time we was really ready to go. That morning, April 1st, everybody was all praying and the whole bit,
And was the 6th Marine Division formed while you were on Guadalcanal?
Yeah, basically that's where we were formed.
Okay.
In the field, they call it, yeah. So
All
we were formed out there. Because they took guys from different outfits that were wiped out and everything else, they put it, just threw it together like, let's do it for now. Yeah.
But so you were in the 29th Regiment, you said?
Yeah, 6th Marine Division, yeah, 29th.
Were you-
3rd Battalion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Were you, what company?
3rd Battalion, Company H, but we changed it to L. Because it wasn't a weapons company.
Yeah.
They found that out later.
So then, was the 29th Regiment made up of combat veterans? And then
Well, some
you
were combat
were-
veterans, some were just thrown all together.
Okay.
But we did have some men who were already combat veterans.
All right. And then when did you find out that you would be assaulting Okinawa? 'Cause
Well,
that
we
was-
know we were going to land on an island, we didn't know which one.
Yeah.
Aboard the ship, a few days before we hit, that's when we found out where we were going and what we were going to do. Because at the same time, they were already on Iwo Jima.
Mm-hmm.
But we found out later that we were floating reserve for that invasion. Because you could see the black smoke in the distance. Didn't know what it was, but it was Iwo Jima. Burning up. So like I said, we didn't find it, well, I'm glad we didn't have to go. Because you know what happened there.
Yeah.
So right after that, that's when we made the invasion of Okinawa.
Okay. So prior to Okinawa, how long were you guys on? How long was the voyage? Did you leave Guadalcanal to go to Okinawa? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
But that was.
How long was that?
Well, first of all, it was. I think it was like about almost 2 months by the time we landed on. Yes.
2 months.
Because we had to
Aboard
do the
ship.
practice. Yeah. Oh, you board ship, back out again, practice landing.
You got your sea legs, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time aboard ship. Yes, we did. And the first thing you learn about a ship is find out where the cooks are.
Yeah.
Because the food you don't get that much.
So, what was the Armada like I heard.
Well,
it was
that
as big as
invasion,
just
it was the biggest one invasion of amount of ships.
Yeah, I heard it was even bigger than the D-Day invasion.
Bigger. It was much bigger than that. And of course, they made sure we all stayed below the deck. So there was no one up there walking around and looking at what was happening.
Why? Do you know why that would have been?
For our safety, mostly. Of course, when those Japanese planes landed, they hit the ship head on, and they dove right into them because of the big explosion and metal was flying all over the place. And some ships didn't sink, some did. There was a lot of people died on the ships itself.
Going towards them.
Yeah, it was for the landing. Yeah, because
Did you witness any kamikaze?
I saw a plane go right by our ship and land next to the other kids on the other side. It just missed both of us. But that's when they made us all go below deck.
And that was that.
So you heard everything. You heard everything. You couldn't see it. And, you know, you only your laundry know how scared you were. That's for sure.
Being, obviously not having been in combat before, and on April 1st, what was the feeling like? Were you told that there was going to be a lot of resistance on the beach?
Well, yes, we were told the resistance before that. Now, they were going to fight to defend it because that was the last. After that was Japan itself. There was nothing after that. So the surprise was they cut the island in half in a couple of hours. There was no resistance, very little resistance at all, which was surprising.
But you figured that it was going to be pretty bad.
Well, we knew that somewhere along we were going to have to pay. Because when I got off with my crew, they marched us. We went north. I got the route how we walked all around the whole thing, and it was 15 or 16 days before we saw any real action.
In the north?
Yeah, and all the way up. You had to try the path and up the road and all that stuff. Once in a while out to Rochelle and could buy them orders. We sent some guys after them. And then after that, then the stuff hit the fan.
So prior to going down south,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of action were you involved in the north? Any?
North was scattered. Yeah, you had more snipers and machine gunners here, bunker there. And they had tombs, those Okinawans, and those Japanese used to hide in the tombs and shoot out there with their Nambu rifles, which are like a little machine guns. And that was you had to spot them and go get them. That was it. Because we had guys. That's all they did. They spot them, then you send the guys who run that way, this way, and you blow them up. If you were lucky.
Okay. Did you go to any of the offshore islands before?
No, I was always on the mainland. I didn't go. There were some guys that went off on the southern tip. They went up on that. Well, that's my water bucket board. They were on the southern tip. They went off. There was an island off to a few miles, not that far. They hit that and they had to secure that. So fortunately, I didn't go there, but it was all walking. And then, well, I was there from April 1st till July 10th. So there was all kind of weather changes and mud and mud.
Yeah.
Oh,
can you talk a little bit about the mud?
Oh, mud was atrocious. It was knee deep. And I don't care how you couldn't avoid it. And the jeeps couldn't go. The ducks they couldn't go because they were stuck in the mud. The tanks just could make it, just about. And those tanks could go through almost anything. And then, of course, you got to sleep at night. And with the rain, it wasn't sleep. It wasn't restful either. But it was, and you're always on duty, on call, because you had that air work, because you always had to, they come by night, you never knew what time they were coming through or how they were coming through. Sometimes it was like a banzai attack, which is coming charging bayonets and they don't, just coming. And that's not pretty. It's not pretty. So there's always a sniper here and there. There was always, yeah.
While you were up north, were you hearing reports of what the Army divisions were going through?
Well, most of the reports about the Army was that they were, 127th Army or one of those outfits, they said they were going to lose their colors because one machine gunner was having the whole division pinned down. And Marines didn't do that. They sent 4 men to go get them. You know, well, you got time to wait for that guy. To pin the whole gang down? No, don't. We don't buy that crap.
Okay. A little bit prior to that, your very first combat, what was it like? And what was going through your head when you?
Well, when I saw my first friend get killed, it was just like a shock. You know, you couldn't believe that this guy, I was just talking to him, we went through boot camp together, and he was dead.
Was this in the north?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because a lot of times they get these snipers that come and get you. And it was, let's say it was scary, if you want to know the truth. You couldn't believe that this is happening to you or your friends. And it did. So, you had to wake yourself up and get in the real world and say, just kill or be killed. So next thing you know, I'm blowing these damn caves up with a tetrazole pack, like not a maniac, but a little crazy. Because, you're exposing yourself, you gotta run, you gotta drop, you gotta throw. And that was a close call, so yeah, like everything else. Everybody has some kind of close call. And you just wound up, you were lucky. You wound up diving in one of those tombs to get away from the enemy. Because I was, I forget, 18 already now, I was 18. Oh, baby. Yeah, gonna be 19 pretty soon. Because that was how long I was on a damn island.
So, when did you finally go down south, and what was the first action that you took part in?
Sugarloaf Hill.
Okay.
That was, matter of fact, I think our outfit hit that hill 5 or 6 times. You get up there and it threw you right back.
Were you charging it?
Oh yeah, you had to go up there, fight, shoot, and get up to the top of the hill, and then they're throwing stuff at you. So we retreat, everybody's running back down the hill. Because they were in the hill. No one knew that they were in the hill. It was like little passages that you could ride around in the damn place. So some of those, they had the ammunition all stored in there. And the Okinawans did all the digging for them. That's what happened. It wasn't the Japanese themselves. They had the natives do all that stuff. Well, it worked for them.
And was that part of the Shuri line?
Yeah, that was part of the Shuri line, right.
That was the first area that you would...
Oh, that was big time, yeah, that was big time.
Are there any specific memories that stick out of combat there?
Well, just that the shells, they had naval guns in the mountain, naval guns from the ships. And they fired big boys, not the little ones, no. And that caused a lot. I got a blast concussion. All I know was I was charging, and the next thing you know, I was flying. And my friend told me, he says, you went up in the air, you hands ass over a tea kettle, and you landed over there like a wet rag. And then you got up. He said, well, I don't remember that, So all I know is I heard a noise, and it's like, maybe you blacked it out or some damn thing. And, well, because of that, I didn't know about it. I wasn't on a report because I had to go back to sick bay for 4 or 5 days. That's when you see the 3 guys there from Rhode. Well, that was when I was there resting up. Later on, they found out, they owe him a Purple Heart. He was wounded with a blast concussion. Oh, I'll take it. But I'll tell you, it was, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't realize it. Everything was like, you're training. You were trained. And everything sort of just kicked in. Which is amazing. That's why I said the Marine Corps is the best. I mean, I don't care what they say about anybody else, but we're the best.
So you think your training really helped you?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I hated my drill sergeant at some nights, and you couldn't say, but he made you snap up and be attention. Yeah, you had to.
Do you think it was also a lot of what you yourself were made of?
Well, I suppose that did help me some, yeah, but, because, I wanted to be a Marine so bad, all the time. But, you go get training, you just can't go run wild either. At least I knew how to fire the rifle, knew how to aim it, and how to make sure how to fix everything go, and how to work the bayonet. It helped,
Were you, or did you ever see any hand-to-hand combat on the hill? Because
very little, because we were overpowering them at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
some of the guys, they were already quitting already. They were bonsai and kill themselves. So a lot of them did.
And after the hill, was that when you went on to Naha, or was Naha?
No, Naha was right after the hill.
Okay.
Yeah, and Naha was wiped right out, flattened out. There was only one building left, and that was for the general to go to after for his headquarters. They missed that all the time. They didn't hit that one. Everything. Every freaking time.